Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be on these DIY all the time cinnamon rolls. Let's begin! And of course, all of the credit goes out to Lizzy from tasteoflizzyt.com, and of course I will link the recipe down below along with her YouTube video on this recipe. I just wanted to share this video with you just because it is absolutely delicious, and two is because I actually changed the icing recipe a little bit, which I will address once we get to making the icing. In the stand mixer, we have 1 cup of warm milk heated to about 115 degrees. I myself don't have a food thermometer, so I kind of just dip my finger in the milk, and if it's warm and not too hot, I say that's okay. Then 2.5 teaspoons of instant yeast. I like to use the Red Star Platinum baking yeast, but if you do have another brand, by all means, that'll do as well. Then 2 room temperature eggs, followed by a 1/3 cup of butter, and make sure it's either room temperature or if you pop it in the microwave for a few seconds, that'll do as well. Followed by 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. Next, the recipe calls for 4.5 cups of all-purpose flour. So I always start with the 4 cups of flour like the recipe calls, and then just save 1/2 cup off to the side and use it only if it is needed. And you'll know if you need the extra 1/2 cup of flour only if your dough is still a little too sticky to the touch. Then use your dough hook to combine all of the ingredients together. It takes about maybe 5 minutes or so. It may take a little bit longer if you have to add additional flour. And then you want to let your dough rest for about 5 minutes. And now that the ingredients have formed a ball of dough, you then want to remove it from the mixing bowl. And again, you know the dough is ready when it is no longer sticky to the touch, but yet it is still kind of tacky. And when you remove the dough from the bowl, you just want to scrape down the sides of the bowl just to make sure that you remove all of it. Once you have removed the dough from the mixing bowl, you then want to knead the dough for about 5 to 7 minutes. After you're done kneading your dough for about 5 minutes, you then want to place it in a large bowl that was sprayed with some cooking spray, then cover it with a towel. I like to then place mine in the microwave just because I know it's a warm place for it to then proof. And proofing is just allowing our dough to then double in size. I let it proof for about 30 minutes. That's normally an ample amount of time to then see a significant change in the size of our dough. And now that our dough is set aside, it's time to start working on the filling. So for the filling, you want to start with 1/2 cup of room temperature butter. I actually just end up warming mine up in the microwave for a couple of seconds. It makes it a lot easier to incorporate the 1 cup of brown sugar and the 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Again, you don't want to overheat the butter and make it too much of a liquid, just because when you start rolling all of your dough, it'll then just kind of seep out of the dough itself. Now after 30 minutes, your dough should be done proofing and should have doubled in size, and next it's time to start rolling out your dough. To begin rolling out your dough, you want to sprinkle some flour onto a pastry mat along with adding some flour onto your rolling pin. You then want to plop your dough onto a pastry mat and then begin rolling. I like to start by kind of flattening out the dough itself first, just kind of beating it on the top in both directions. Then once I think I have flattened it out a good amount, then I'll start rolling the pin in all of these directions, just trying to get a very decent sized rectangle. Now depending on how wide you roll out your dough, this recipe typically yields about 12 individual cinnamon rolls. I don't need that many this time around, so I'm not going to actually roll it out too wide. I'm aiming for about 9 cinnamon rolls, but that's definitely up to you and how thin and how wide you roll out your dough. Once you're happy with the size you have rolled out your dough, you then want to start spreading the filling all over the dough. So because I went with a smaller yield this time around, I didn't have to use all of the filling, but when it comes to frosting or filling, I always have a heavy hand just because why not? It's absolutely delicious. So you just want to fill every nook and cranny you can with the dough, and then afterwards we're going to start rolling the dough into the cinnamon roll form. Now there are many ways you can go about rolling your cinnamon roll. I always start on the long end, typically what is horizontal to me, just so that I can always yield a lot more cinnamon rolls. Then you can just start rolling the dough with your fingers until you get that nice cinnamon roll pin. I, on the other hand, like to start by pulling the dough and then I roll it inwards. Once I have finished that one horizontal line, I continue with that pattern where I continue to pull the dough and roll, pull the dough and roll, pull the dough and roll, just because when I feel as I am pulling the dough, I am actually creating like some more space for that filling to stay inside of my cinnamon roll. Next, you just want to cut your cinnamon roll into its individual slices. So like I said, I'm only going to make 9 this time around. I did score it to try to make more, but then again, I decided 9 was definitely more than enough. So I am just using this pastry tool here. You can definitely use a knife, will suffice of course. And then afterwards, you're going to place each individual roll into a cooking pan. Don't forget to line your baking pan with some cooking spray before setting each of your cinnamon rolls inside of your baking pan. Afterwards, you do want to cover that baking pan with a towel once again and let it sit for about 20 minutes so that they can again double in size. Now after about 20 minutes of resting under that towel, your cinnamon rolls then look a lot fuller than they did before. And lastly, before placing them in the oven, you do want to then use her secret ingredient, and that is a warm cup of heavy cream, and you just want to make sure to fill all of your cinnamon rolls with it, just because that is what creates that really delicious, soft, moist texture in a cinnamon roll. And this is the recipe that just kind of put it over the top for me that I had to share with all of you. Now toss them in the oven at 375 degrees for about 17 to 19 minutes. And we are then going to make the icing while those are baking. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I did change her icing recipe, as in I didn't use it at all. I just found it to be a little too cream cheesy to my liking. So I ended up using one that I found on tasty.com that I will link down below. And of course, I even changed that one and tweaked it a little bit. So let me tell you what I did exactly. Now in a bowl, I combine 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 4 ounces of cream cheese, make sure it's softened and cubed, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I mashed that with a spatula as best as I could. Then here's where I changed the recipe. I added 5 tablespoons of heavy cream. So the same heavy cream that I used to pour on top of the cinnamon rolls, I actually added to the icing instead of milk. Then whisk that together until everything is well combined, and once everything is well combined, you then add 1 cup of powdered sugar. Now the consistency here is exactly what we're looking for, where it's not too liquidy and yet it isn't just sticking to the whisk itself. And once you have that consistency, it is well and ready to go. Now we're just waiting on our cinnamon rolls to come out of the oven. Now just look at how delicious they look. The last step is just pouring all of that icing all over your cinnamon rolls, and of course I am using all of the icing, but if you're not the biggest fan of it, of course you don't have to use that much. But like I said, I always go in with a heavy hand. Then just use a spatula to spread the icing around. Of course, I just want to fill everything with the icing, but that is up to your own preference, of course. And here you have it, your delicious cinnamon rolls. Well, I'm gonna go devour the rest of these. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.